good, everybody? It's your boy B-Day and I'm back. Before we get started with this video, just want to say thank you guys for 100 subscribers. That was a huge goal of mine when I started this channel up. So thank you guys for that. Let's push towards 200. And I also want to shout out my friends Alex and Summer. They just started their YouTube channel today, and you guys should go subscribe to them, go watch their video, and show them support like you guys showed me support. Their link will be one of these corners. But thank you guys so much for all the support. Alright, so today we had the Eagles versus the Falcons in the Sunday night football game, and we were at risk for another snooze fest, okay? Originally when I woke up today, I was thinking I was gonna record a Saints versus Rams video, you know, the quote-unquote rematch. But that game was such a snooze fest in the first half, and it wouldn't have been fair to critique either team because Drew Brees had ended up getting injured. So I couldn't say the Saints offense was bad because they had their backup in, and then I couldn't say that the Rams defense was good because they were going up against the backup, and then I couldn't say the Saints defense was bad because they were out on the field so much, and I couldn't say I could say the Rams offense was bad in the beginning, but it ended up getting better just with more possession, more time of possession. But that's besides the point. I didn't end up recording that video because it was an underwhelming game, to say the least. It was an underwhelming game. The Sunday night football game, the Eagles and the Falcons, was looking like it was going to be underwhelming itself. And then in the second half, we got some action. So it was 6-10 for Atlanta going into halftime. And both quarterbacks just didn't look great, okay? Matt Ryan finished with 3 touchdowns, but he also threw 3 picks, threw the ball 43 times, kind of high, considering you have Devontae Freeman. Considering you're at home, you normally want to establish the run at home, typically after a loss. But nonetheless, he found a way to get it done tonight. How about down by 3, 4th down, and they run the jailbreak screen. It was a great play call by the offensive coordinator, Dirk Cutter. Jim Swartz, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, had been sending 0 blitzes all game. For those of y'all who don't know what a 0 blitz is, it's basically 0, you take the term, there's 0 safeties in the back protecting the middle of the field. Everybody's just on the blitz. So everyone's on the outsides are engaged in man-to-man coverage. So what's good to beat a blitz, especially a 0 blitz? A screen pass. And that's exactly what Dirk Cutter realized. Matt Ryan checked out of the original play, checked to the jailbreak screen, threw it to Julio. And when you throw it to the best receiver in the league one-on-one, he's going to make plays, and he ends up scoring the game-winning touchdown. As a whole, it wasn't a great game for Atlanta, but it was one of those games that, you know, it was kind of reminiscent of last year. They played a lot of close games and just couldn't pull them out, and that might do something for the Falcons, because normally, like I said, they typically lose those close games. So winning one of those close games against the Eagles, who are preseason Super Bowl pick by many, it can do a lot for your confidence. So shout outs to Atlanta for that win. Shout outs to Julio reminding people, hey, I'm still the best receiver in the league. Especially with hearing the news that Drew Brees had his hand injury could be more severe than anticipated. You know, the NFC South is right there for the taking, and it feels like the Falcons right now, considering we don't know much about the Drew Brees injury, are in the pole position to run off with that division. You see Carolina's bad. No one trusts the Bucks, and, you know, we don't know about Drew Brees. But I'll let my boy Mouth of the South take that. Y'all go look at his channel somewhere. One of these corners it's going to be here. As far as the Eagles side of things, I've got to look at injuries as a part of this loss. You have Alshon Jeffrey get hurt early in the game. Deshaun Jackson wasn't able to go. Dallas Goedert wasn't able to go. So you're down your top 2 receivers and your backup tight end. And Nelson Aguilar also came out for time in the game. Corey Clement came out on the opening kickoff of the second half. The injury bug bit y'all, It's tough because in Atlanta those bugs are very grimy if you've ever been there. So I know the injury bug out there hits a little different, and it did tonight. With that being said, though, you guys are still in a position to win this game. The final drive, the Eagles had the ball. Carson Wentz, who was not great by any stretch, but just made gutsy throw after gutsy play. This one play where he's getting dragged down by a 300-pound man and absolutely just puts it right on the money and going to score on that drive. Just different. Just different. But with that being said, there was chances for you guys to win this game. Nelson Aguilar has a wide open, pretty much touchdown pass if he holds onto the ball and he drops it along the sideline. And then later on, he ends up making a crazier catch on fourth down to extend the game. And then the last fourth down of the game, Zach Ertz runs a route right to the sticks, probably a half yard short of it, thinking, I'm Zach Ertz, I can get a half yard after contact. And he actually wasn't able to. The Falcons defensive back came up and met him and pushed him back, in fact, so he was stopped short, and that's ultimately how the game ended. Now, as far as big picture for the Eagles, I don't want to put too much on this loss due to the injuries I named: Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson, Goddard, all getting hurt. Carson Wentz had also got hurt for a few plays in that game. I don't want to put too much on you guys, Eagles fans, but I do want to say it seems like the only way you guys get stops typically is when you send 6 to 7 guys to blitz, because the zone coverage you guys play doesn't really hold up. You guys were getting your interceptions off Matt Ryan by forcing him into pressures, which, good defenses do. They get pressure, but great defenses get pressure with 4 guys and 5 guys, not having to send 6 and 7. That way they can play coverage and still get after the quarterback. So I think that's something, the Eagles didn't anticipate coming into the season. They have Fletcher Cox, they got Brandon Graham. They normally get after the passer pretty well, but the fact that Jim Schwartz, who's already an aggressive guy, thinks he has to dial up 0 blitzes throughout the game against a team with Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley and Mohamed Sanu, that doesn't bode well, because when you guys face a team like Dallas in your division and you see Cooper, Gallup, Cobb, Zeke out of the backfield, Witten, you run a 0 blitz against that, and the way Dak's been playing, no, that's not going to work. They'll murder y'all if y'all do that. So either something's got to change in the cornerback, like being able to be better in man coverage, or just getting better pressure with your front 4, because, like I said, if you run 0 coverage against the Cowboys too long, it's not going to end well for you, Dak's been great. He can escape the pocket well. His receivers have been great these first 2 games, so I don't think that's a great recipe for success moving forward for you Eagle fans. Not the end of the world. Like I said, you guys missed 3 big weapons, and road game, only lost by 4, had a chance to win it. No big deal, right? You're 1-1, you bounce back, okay? Atlanta, like I said, great win for you guys. South is right there for the taking. It's up to you guys to keep applying pressure and win the games you're supposed to win, because when Drew Brees comes back, it's no telling, it's no telling how good he's going to be when he comes back. So you guys got to build an early division lead now. All right. But that's it as far as me, as far as the game went. It's been another episode of Swing the Rocks. You've been your boy B-Date. Thank y'all for watching.